Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Game Over Cancer 2023. Here supporting the Canadian Cancer Society. Every donation that you make today is going to go straight to them for research and preventive measures and education on those preventive measures. Up next, we do have a Little Nemo, the Dream Master race between Nareorious, GameThymePodcast, and HowDoUPlay. I'll go ahead and let you guys take it away.
Hello. This is the Bagler 5. I'm here with Every Time We Slay. Slay, hello.
Hey Bagler, welcome in everybody.
Yep, welcome in. So we've got a three-way race for you guys today. Should take about 30 minutes. This is a great game. So, for the people who don't know much about this game, you are a little kid who is dreaming. And you have to navigate your way through Dreamland, and you feed candies to animals, and they let you ride along with them and give you their powers. So there's frogs and lizards and bees and lions and tigers and bears and all that good stuff. So kind of a weird concept, really fun game though. Good soundtrack, so hopefully we get to see a nice clean race. Yeah, so I think we're ready to drop the flag just whenever.
All right,
well,
I'm gonna,
Slay, you want to
I'm
hop
gonna
out?
drop it.
Let's go. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, good luck. All right, we should be off shortly. Yeah, it's kind of a fun speedrun to learn because all the mechanics and stuff with the different animals and what their benefits are and why you want to use certain ones at certain times is kind of a neat thing to work on.
Yep, so, some areas are only accessible in some animal costumes, powers, I'm not sure what to call them. Suits, yeah. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, nice. It looks like 2 out of the 3 of them managed to skip the cutscene with Flip here. So the very first thing you do in this game is you do a strategy to try and skip this, I think it's maybe 24 seconds or something long cutscene with Flip that we're seeing Nate watch right now. Oh, it's real bad. So normally that would just be a reset, but we'll see that cutscene skip tech in most of the levels up until Nightmare Land, but yep, anyway, so Nate's out of there. Everybody we saw, you got the frog suit first, and then yeah, they got this mole, and they're gonna go underground. They're gonna collect all these keys. So each level has a different amount of keys. I think it ranges from maybe 5 to 7 keys. Ooh. And you have to use that to unlock the doors at the end of the level. So yeah, just kind of gotta navigate around. The frog suit's pretty busted in this level, really good.
Yeah, there's a tight jump that right by that waterfall, and it looks like all 3 runs kind of did the same thing where you kind of build out a little bit, but probably safe move to make it across there because you can belly flap right in there, and that's probably the easiest place to die in the first level.
For sure, yeah. The enemy placement in that section is pretty mean. You really have to either take it nice and slow like we saw him do, or you gotta be super, super sweaty and fast. But in a race setting, that's definitely good. Oh, nice, and we see GameThymePodcast get that cutscene skip to Flower Garden. Oh,
see if HowDoUPlay
How do you play?
You got 2 of them.
So the trick to these cutscene skips is that they won't activate while you're ducking for whatever reason. So you can duck, and then you can pause, and then as long as you jump out of your duck within a few frames, it doesn't activate the cutscene. But
Nate got the skip, so he picked up a little bit of time on HowDoUPlay, but looks like Game Time's out to the big lead here.
This level is honestly one of the harder ones in the run, I think. I don't know what you think, Slade, but they really front load some of the nasty levels in this.
Yeah, I agree. There's just a lot of places you can lose a lot of time without even thinking too much about it.
Yep. So this little skip we're seeing with the gorilla, like how do you play just did, is definitely not intended. You're supposed to grab the lizard at the top of that tree, and there's a little one-tile gap that you can crawl through, but yeah, you can also just fall with a... It's not super precise or anything, but you can fall and grab that wall just on the bottom of the screen with the monkey and save a good bit of time there, so...
But we should mention, too, this is an intentional death. If you look at How Do You Play, he's about to take that key, and
Right.
And you want to do that so you start up here. And actually, there's an enemy on that hill that's despawned when you do that, too.
Yeah, that dude is really hard to get past, too, if you don't despawn him. He throws a bunch of these turtle shells at you at rapid fire speed. Nice. How Do You Play gets that lizard skip here at the end as well. So normally you're supposed to grab that lizard to the left that we're seeing on Nate's screen.
Oh,
nice. He got the backup. Nate did.
Wow.
Oh, he's got to watch out for the snake, though.
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
he
my
made
goodness.
it.
I didn't even know that backup. I usually, if you don't get it the first try, it's usually bail out and get the lizard.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that backup, but I know that it exists.
Looks like
somebody posted a video or something of that pretty recently, actually.
Okay. So game time's off into the first auto-scroller of the game. There's another level that's sort of like a half and half, has some auto-scroller sections, but this is pretty much... Once that train moves, that's it.
Ooh, okay, he just snuck by there and got that health. Nice dodges on those planes, too. So, this level is an auto-scroller. It's... For the most part, it's completely scripted, but there's some kind of RNG or I don't know what it is on where these planes spawn and when those balloons drop their little bombs.
Yeah, I think which planes do like a dive.
Oh no, game time! He got bonked into the side of the spike and has to restart the whole level again. Oh,
oof, that's brutal.
It's brutal.
Yeah, that flying squirrel's a jerk. You have to jump over him and not jump into the spikes at the same time.
Yeah, even if you touch the side of those spikes, it still insta-kills you. You don't even have to touch the pointy end.
There you go. How do you play? He just showed us what that's supposed to... Ooh, there we go.
I could never get past that part as a kid. That was my limit. I saw Night Sea maybe like once or twice. When I was a kid.
When I tried to
catch squirrels got me.
Yeah, when I tried to casual this game, I had to make a save state to beat this level.
Yeah. It's tricky. Like we said, it's kind of scripted, but there are a couple gotchas in there. So this part especially is pretty scary if you don't know what to do. This part with the spikes that we're seeing how do you play do right now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You got your places where you want to stand and then move. Stick and move.
Right, yeah, and sometimes you can get even bonked into the spikes from these falling planes as well, sort of in the same manner as that flying squirrel. And that's so brutal. I've had that happen a few times.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is one of the only levels with extra keys, too, by the way. There's some extra keys at the end just in case you didn't make it. So, yeah, we see How Do You Play, make it to the end, leaves the 2 bonus keys there. Doesn't really do anything if you grab them. Maybe you get some secret bonus points, I don't know, but... Yeah, and we are off to the next stage, which is Night Sea. This is one of my favorite, It's one of my favorite songs, and one of the most frustrating levels. Oh, he paused midair. Oh, but he makes it anyways. Let's go. Alright, let's watch Nate. Beautiful.
Ooh, Nate gets it skipped too. Nice.
So each of those skips probably saves, I don't know, it's somewhere on the order of 6 or 7 seconds, I think, for most of them. That very first cutscene skip is a lot more than all the rest of them.
Yeah, that sounds about right for those first 2. Or not the first 2, but the 2 after the beginning level.
I'm pretty sure Omquat posted a video that has the lengths of all of those what the time save is for each one, but I don't remember off the top of my head, but 6 or 7 seconds is in the ballpark. Nice, and Game Time gets it too.
Alright, HowDoUPlay got tagged by one of those fish, but you can grab a healthier if you want. It doesn't really cost you any time.
Yeah, that part is so frustrating with those little rocket fish.
Oop.
Down here in the bottom. Going to the right, it's pretty easy, because you get a consistent spawn on them, but those guys... It spawns based on your position and stuff, but it's pretty much... It feels like RNG if you don't do something very specific, and that can really mess you up.
Yeah, and as I just learned from you, that a lot, if you bonk or rub or anything when you're swimming here, you'll lose a lot of time. So I find the swim is a little bit challenging to learn how to control it, so kind of extra layer of difficulty in this level that's maybe not apparent when you're watching it.
Yeah, the way that you preserve momentum when you're swimming is very strange. It makes it a little bit slidier than you'd want, so it could be tricky to navigate around those tight corners and those tunnels down there.
Ooh.
All right, we have
Oh,
Nemo's house up next. So that's the easiest cutscene skip in the game right there. You can just buffer left and jump.
looks like Game Time didn't despawn that fish. Oh, you killed a fish with a crab?
That guy is a menace if you don't despawn him. Yeah, the crab's got a little claw attack.
Oh,
You
okay.
just should never need to use it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I've never seen that before. I usually reset if I messed up that part.
Oh, be careful, how do you play? Oh, boom. Oh, he almost got hit by that bat. That was hard attack. He made it, though.
Nemo's
Alright,
house is a... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Bagler.
No, you go ahead.
I was to say, it's a pretty long level, and like the checkpoints are not... It's not one where you want to... You can't really afford to die anywhere in this. It's going to set you way back.
There aren't any checkpoints in this level, unfortunately.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there actually is a way to, oh no, HowDoUPlay is getting stuck on this lizard. Oh, that part is so hard.
No.
It's so hard to not climb onto the wall there. But yeah, there's a way to skip that little gap there on the right side of HowDoUPlay screen with the frog, but it's really, really precise.
Yeah, Nate went for it, but he didn't get it.
Yep, I think it's about a 15-second time save or so, because you can basically just get the bee immediately and fly around, and you don't have to worry about grabbing the lizard and going through all those crushers and all that other stuff, or getting stuck on the wall like we saw HowDoUPlay.
Ooh, Nate's taking some damage. I wonder if he'll grab... Oh, he did. Oh, he's going to grab the health right there. Okay.
Alright, yeah, I think that's smart.
Smart race strats here.
Alright.
Yeah, the bee's kind of weird too, because like if you can mash and fly for a while, but eventually you just have to touch down to fly again. It's not like an unlimited flight.
Yeah, there's a timer on it. But yeah, the faster you mash, the higher up you can manage to go, because every frame you're not pushing A, you're sinking a little bit. So the TAS actually can do some really crazy stuff with the bee and fly for ridiculous distances because it can just mash at 60 hertz,
Yeah.
But it's tricky to preserve the flight and make sure you're cutting these corners clean and stuff and landing where you want to before your flight runs out.
Yeah, Nate and HowDoUPlay are like pretty close. There's only maybe like a second or two behind.
Yeah, they're about a screen apart here. That death in the auto-scroller cost game time a lot there, but there's still plenty of game left. Alright, intentional boost. Oh, uh-oh.
Oh, man.
It's fine. Ooh, oh, and look at the sync here now between Nate and HowDoUPlay.
Oh, man. The sync. Almost through. Oh, this.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh, no.
HowDoUPlay? Oh, the Titanic. He's going to go all the way back to the beginning of the stage.
Yeah, that's a rough place to lose it. He's almost done here. You got to grab this key and then kill the gorilla that you're gonna see Nate come up to in a sec. And grab that key, and then you're done. So
There's really not any recourse here either. You just have to go all the way back down to the basement and get the bee. He can skip that first attic screen. You do preserve your keys when you die, but yeah, this is a long, long detour. So there is a way actually to manipulate those turtle shell dropping enemies to where they'll drop them in the little pit there, so you don't have to whack them both with your hammer. But that's a tough one.
So it looks like Nate is taking the... He's going to just eat the cutscene here in Cloud Ruins. So this is the other sort of semi-auto-scroller level. There's like 2 checkpoints there where you get to, and it kind of turns into one.
Oh no, how do you play?
Uh-oh. Oh, never... That's rough.
The Crusher's got him. Yeah, that cutscene skip in Cloud Ruins is the shortest one, I think. It's only maybe about 4 or 5 seconds instead of 6 or 7. So it's not the end of the world to just tank that one.
Yeah, I still don't have a PB where I got that one, so...
That one's also the trickiest. You have to do 5 jumps to skip it, and if you don't jump just right, you can fall in that pit. So the cutscene will still activate until you're on this top ledge at the greenhouse right there. It's pretty far away from the guy, so...
Alright,
Yo, how do you play got the skip? The Nemo skip? Let's go. Doesn't even need the frog suit.
That's
pretty hype. You've only got maybe a pixel or 2 to jump there. That's actually insane.
He was like, forget this, I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah, what a gamer. Holy. Oh no, but he ended up dying.
Oh. Nate making nice, clean work of the final auto-scroller section here.
I think this is kind of a nice way to implement auto-scrollers. Like, where part of the level is auto-scrolling and the other part you still have to play. I think that's kind of nice.
Yeah, I really like this level, and I'm sure some of it's just that the jam, the music is such a jam, but...
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of fun. It's not like the tedium of a constant auto-scroller, but...
Right.
You know, it adds like a nice little wrinkle to it. For speedrunning, it's easy because it's so predictable too, you know.
Right. It is quite a bit easier than the train auto-scroller. That train auto-scroller is not free if you don't know what's going on. Alright, we see Nate take the lead here into the final Dreamland stage, Topsy-Turvy. So everything is upside down in this one.
Speaking of not free levels in this game.
Yeah. This level is pretty punishing. It's only really a few sections in this level that stink, though. You know, I think some levels like Night Sea and Nemo's house are arguably a bit harder overall.
Right.
But there's some tricky sections in this one, and it's so much later in that, you know, you got the nerves. Oh no, he's stuck!
Oh no, I've never seen that before.
Uh-oh.
Is he gonna go get the bee suit here instead?
Yeah, I think he's gonna get the
way to
bee.
go. Yeah.
I've never seen that either. I didn't know you could get stuck up there. That kind of sucks.
That does stink. Yeah, I think there's just a couple places where you can take damage that you don't want.
Nate.
Oh no, that you don't want to take. In Topsy-Turvy, that's like messes up. You know, just makes some things sweatier.
For sure. There's a lot
Especially
of ways to die like pretty quickly without realizing it.
Especially with those falling pollen guys.
These little falling pollen guys, I think they're called float fiends. Those things are just the worst enemy ever created in any video game.
They're pretty torturous.
That's the perfect way to describe it. And their hitboxes are so bad too, and because sometimes 2 can spawn on the same tile, so like even if you jump on one right here, you'll get hit by the other one, even though there shouldn't be 2 there. I don't know. It's It's a bogus enemy, man. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, they don't lock their position until they're like really close. Yeah, you can see Nate. He's trying to jump to make it lock so he can get away from it. Yeah, he's not having any part of those guys. He just jumped over.
This section is the worst screen in the entire game. The one that Nate's on.
Yeah, this part
definitely really stinks.
Even when I got better at it, it still made me sweat every time I got there on a pace.
Alright, HowDoUPlay made it to the end here in Nemo's house.
Alright.
Man, what a level that is. Alright, in game time, even after that auto-scroller death is taking the lead here. He's going to be the first one into Nightmare Land. In 2.5 minutes. So kick back and relax, folks. This is the English version, so we get just the world's longest cutscene.
Yeah, this is when the runners go to bathroom break, get some water, maybe a snack.
You can cook a whole dinner by the time this thing's done.
Order a pizza.
Yeah, order a pizza, take a hike, come back. Quick power nap. Okay, HowDoUPlay is dodging around these cloud platforms here. And
one thing about
the cutscene as well.
About Nightmare Land, I was gonna point out is it seems like 3 levels, and there, the way that we run it, we have 3 splits. But if you game over, when you continue, you're all the way back at the beginning, which is if you game over at the final boss, it's pretty brutal.
Ooh, yeah, it's like a 3-part 8th stage.
Yeah.
And so there is a boss at the end of each of these stages as well. So you fight this King Penguin guy and a flying fire stingray, which makes a lot of sense. And then the Nightmare King. Well, it's a dream, so it doesn't have to make sense.
Yeah, you can see that was the Nightmare King on Nate's screen just a second ago.
Yep. We gotta use this magic morning star to blast him.
Yeah, so tell us about this. You get this wand finally, or you can finally use this wand here when we get to Nightmare Land.
Yeah, so if you look on the back of HowDoUPlay's Nemo right there, you see he's got a little wand sticking out of his back, and that's what we're seeing on both of the other player screens right now. So normally just in Dreamland you can only throw candy, but once you get to Nightmare Land you get taught how to use this magic morning star. So you can switch between candy and the morning star. Yeah, so there's a couple of things about this wand boost, morning star wand. I don't know, I call it a wand. So you can use it, you can just attack regularly with it and just whack stuff. Or you can charge it up and it'll shoot a big beam that can kill enemies. And that's how you're supposed to kill the bosses here. There's some advanced strats, which we're going to see Game Time go for, where if you jump really soon after releasing a shot, it'll send you flying in the opposite direction. And it can save a little bit of time each time you do that, but the risk to reward ratio is not very good on that. But as far as top level runs go, it's pretty much necessary because it saves just so much time if you get them all. But
it's one of those things where like you mess it up, then you basically wasted the time that you should have just not done it.
Right.
So you have to do it.
There's a break-even point that's pretty hard to hit with those.
Just basically do it if you're not going to mess it up. If you're going to mess it up, don't do it.
This looks like it's a pretty good penguin, actually.
All right, can you get the three cycle?
Oh, the mini penguin got in the way. Don't.
Oh no. So the penguin always comes down on the right side for the first, but the rest it's RNG. So you kind of have to guess. As you can see, he guessed right and. Okay. Not bad. Was that 5?
Not sure. HowDoUPlay making his way through the end of Topsy-Turvy here.
Nate making quick work of the penguin. I wasn't counting, but that was a pretty quick fight. I think he might have picked up a little time on game time again.
Yo, game time is hitting these wand boosts.
Ooh,
I don't
even
actually
that
think.
one.
I don't think that wand boost is actually faster.
Yeah,
That
don't do
one
that
on the
one.
lizard. I don't think that the task does that one. I'm pretty sure I did that one in my PV, but I don't know. Maybe.
Well, record
I'm not
strokes,
sure
man.
what the read is on that one.
Anytime you did like a funny little jump just for fun, everyone's gonna copy it now. So
Yeah. Oh, it must be good. No. Oh, Nate. Just missing. So you got a boost off of this pollen guy up here.
Oh.
Oh no! Whoa!
Oh, he
the
had to take it in.
Hindenburg.
yeah, he had to take an intentional death there because you want to skip up onto the top there and keep the lizard because it makes the next screen pretty free, which we sort of just missed. Game time was doing it.
Here we see game time on the fire stingray here. Misses a shot, but
Ooh,
gets
he
the
got the
right
ball.
pattern.
All right, the stingray's gonna. Oh, never mind.
There we go.
All right, not bad. That's a good recovery.
Yeah, he likes that. Look at him dancing around. Big fan of that fight.
All right, let's see
That's
if Nate
pretty
can. Sorry, I can pull off the skip this time.
He goes for this left side skip. I prefer to do it on the right, but the left side one is a little bit easier. It's a shorter
Okay.
platform.
Okay, yeah,
You
I've
don't
never
really have
done.
to do anything, but I think the setup's a little bit harder than just going to the right and holding. Look at these wand boosts from game
Nice.
time. He is absolutely cruising with these things.
Yeah, I know, and he missed one and saying he just was like, all right, I'm moving on. He didn't like, waste time trying to do it again. This is pretty cool, smart.
I don't know about that last one. You can do a free boost off of the corner there instead of trying to get it, and it'll send you down to that little one tile spot. It looks scary, but it's actually kind of free.
All right, Nate's into the stingray.
Let's go. So you do a
See if he
little bit
gets
of a
the start.
pause buffer. Oh, it was a little bit too late. So you can pause buffer to manipulate the pattern on this stingray in the English version, and you can set it up to where basically once you get in that bottom left corner, you can just start unloading on them without having to move or anything.
Yeah,
really
that was
nice
good.
fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say he only needed one extra hit beyond the ideal fight.
Oh man, Game Time got that nice boost with the rat there too. You
Oh,
can
he's
only
gonna
get
do the
that boost on certain patterns because that rat is on a global timer. So sometimes you're not able to because he'll move left instead of right. But that is really nice to get.
Yeah, and he's getting all the boosts through here. Really nice.
Yeah, he is. I'm pretty sure he saved time with all those boosts. That is not an easy feat, folks. It is not easy to save time with the boosts.
Oh, didn't he die in the auto scroll? He's
He
kicking
did
some
too.
butt,
Yeah.
man. Wow, he really pulled this one out.
How do you play?
All right.
Finally out of the cutscene.
Here comes the final boss.
It's been 84 years. All right. Oh, this is such a jam too. This final boss.
All right, one more hit if you did it right. Oh, the
blob got in
blob
the way.
got him.
He didn't do the guaranteed setup in that second to last room to make sure that this blob is on a good pattern.
Oh, is that
so
what happened?
it's messing with them a little bit here.
Ooh, looks like
Very
he
nice run.
Nice run.
26:47 for game time. Very nice. All right, let's see this penguin from How Do You Play. So something we didn't bring up is that you can only actually damage this penguin on every 2 out of 3 pixels on the floor. So basically there's a 1 in 3 chance of just not doing any damage to it, which is incredibly dumb if you ask me. But,
yeah, it's pretty, pretty stinky.
It's not random though. It's the pixels that work and don't work are mapped out. But oh no, the death on the penguin though. He's got to restart all the way at the beginning here.
Yeah, I think we all memorized that one spot where you can stand. They will give you the good pixel.
Yep.
After that, it's sort of, YOLOing it is not probably a good idea.
I wonder if that's a PB from Game Time. Yeah, YOLOing is not a good idea on the Penguin, but it's pretty tough to get used to where all those pixels and stuff are, and you have to deal with people. You have to deal with them being on either side of the screen, because that's RNG, like Slay was saying, and yeah, it's a nightmare.
GG's to Nate.
Intended. GG's, Nate. Very nice. 28-13, it looks like. I wonder if that's PV for Game Time. Does Game Time have a...
I think he has a better time.
Seeing him on here, maybe he has a different speedrun name, I don't know.
Let me take a look at the speedrun.com real quick. I'll let you know.
Oh, under Veggie, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, how do you play? He's onto the Stingray level.
Let's go.
Okay, it's 25-28.
Okay, yeah, I had a feeling he had 25.
My bad. Alright, let's see if how do you play can get these, or can get this boost up at the top. First try. I kind of like this in a race, just playing this safe. If you, you need at least 2 hit points, because you have to damage boost off of this. So normally you would boost up that flame wall to try and, oh no.
Oh, you can get one more shot at it, though.
There we go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think we pointed it out, but I don't think the lizard's supposed to get to this section, so what happens is the spikes can't kill you when you're in the lizard, which is...
Right, yeah, so you're supposed to go grab a frog down there, and the frog can jump higher and make it up to that top platform without having a damage boost or anything, but it's just so hard to get the frog up there. I'm not sure I can even do it the way that the devs intended.
Yeah, and that spike room
moves so slow.
That spike room is brutal, like trying to play it without the lizard.
Yeah, it is very unforgiving. But yeah, it's nice that they just never coded in the hitbox for the lizard, because they're like, well, you can't have a lizard here. Save some memory or something, right? And makes our lives way easier. Alright, nice. On to the final stage here for How Do You Play.
Except for the fact that it's actually kind of easy to pit right there at the beginning. It's not the worst stage for like a final stage. Especially when you're like already sweaty because you made it this far. Like there are a couple tricky things, but it's not like I'm not like worried about dying in it.
Right.
Like, you gotta really mess up to.
Ooh!
Jesus Christ.
Holy. Speaking of, that was scary.
Almost put my foot in my mouth. Thanks, buddy.
Were you guys scared? I wasn't scared.
Easy every
Man,
time.
that was close. But yeah, if you're just cruising through here, this level is a lot easier than the previous stage, in my opinion. The Penguin stage is pretty easy. The Stingray stage is like just actually impossible, and then this stage is pretty easy if you're just kind of flying through. This boss fight, though, is where they get you. They kind of throw you a bone on the stage, and they make the boss fight really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, before I learned this strat for the boss fight, it was like, how do you even do this? It's impossible.
Yeah. The good news is that there is a way to get a scripted boss fight. So there should be no RNG. It'll be exactly the same every single time.
Yeah.
So you can practice it and grind it out and manage to get him down without too much fuss most of the time. But
yeah, it was kind of amazing after like I learned that, and it's like, wow, okay. This went from impossible to like actually kind of fun.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
How do you play? Oh, he's gonna get a bad blob here, too. You let that float fiend spawn. So there's a certain way that you can do that second to last room right there that will make sure that this little floating blood blob thing never gets in your way. Or at least it does what you want it to. You can lock in a pattern for it.
Yeah, because if you hit it, it'll block your shot, and it will respawn. It's not like you can just kill it. It keeps coming back, and it's in the worst spot because it's where you want to hit him to cause damage.
Yeah, it comes back really quickly and in the worst possible spot, like that.
Yeah. If you look at his finger, he'll point to where he's going to shoot the lightning. So
yeah.
If you're stuck YOLOing it like this, ooh, we got him. Nice.
Let's go. 33, 37.
All right.
Okay, 38. Looked like a 37 to me, but yeah, GG's.
Yeah, GG's everyone. Nice run.
We got to see a lot of different deaths, I think. What was it? We saw an auto-scroller death. We saw a missed 1-1 cutscene. We saw a Nemo's house death.
Yeah.
Nightmare Land death. This game is tough. Yeah, terrifying race game is a good way to put it. There are a lot of ways that this can go south real fast, and the checkpoint system is not very friendly.